There's many benefits of being a real estate agent, but there are two benefits that have allowed me to build wealth faster than any other profession that I'm aware of. So today I'll share what those benefits are, how you can tap into them as a real estate agent right now, and even move faster than I have, so you get to learn from my mistakes. So make sure to stay to the end because you don't want to miss that part. Now, if we're just meeting, welcome to Agent Startup Academy, where we train the next generation of top producing agents. All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of the general benefits of being an agent early, because you've probably already heard of them before. You've probably already heard that you get to control your income as an agent. Now, of course, there's a ton of work that goes into a massive dream, into a massive income. However, it's absolutely possible. Nobody's capping you. Now, another benefit of being an agent is that you get to control your time. Now, this does come with a little bit of a caveat. You get to control your time once you've built a book of business, once you know how to work the business, once you have some systems and individuals that help you execute. But starting out, it's a grind, and you have to be available a lot more than you would think. But I digress. At the end of the day, yes, you still can control your time. You get to build a business around your lifestyle. And the third general benefit that you've probably already heard of before we get into the actual things I want to talk about is that there's a low cost to get into this industry. To become a real estate agent, your startup cost is relatively low, at least compared to the upside that you can experience once you start producing. Now, for the most part, it's going to cost you about $2,000 depending on where you are in the country to get started. That's going to cover your real estate credits. That's going to cover your real estate exam. That's going to cover you joining a real estate association and a brokerage. So it gives you the ability to start producing. Now, as a reminder, those are general benefits. Those are things that you probably already had in mind, but there's actually two benefits that allow you to build your wealth extremely quickly. And those two huge benefits that you get when you get licensed as a real estate agent is that you get access and discounts. Now let's unpack this for a second. What does access even mean? When you become a real estate agent, you get access to homeowners that are looking to sell faster than anyone else and with more frequency than anybody else. You get to speak to the individual that's considering selling their home first, because it's actually your job to help those individuals that are looking to sell to actually sell. Think about it this way. If you were an investor, if you were a wholesaler, if you were looking to buy a home and flip it, whatever your strategy is in real estate, you are targeting individuals that are looking to sell. So you have to spend thousands of dollars on radio ads, billboard ads, mailers, and a ton of other sophisticated campaigns trying to get in front of somebody that is looking to sell their home. But here's the problem. Individuals that are looking to sell their home, they're not all going to be your ideal avatar. Yes, they have to sell their home, but many of them want to sell their house at retail value. They're not going to take a discounted offer because they have a little bit more time to where they can afford to wait. So investors, wholesalers, and the like spend thousands of dollars getting in front of the wrong client. But with you having your real estate license, you get to benefit in three distinct ways with the same individuals that are looking to sell. Number one, if the seller needs to sell fast, you yourself can actually source an investor that can swoop in and buy that property for cash. Or number two, if the seller wants retail value and they can afford to wait, well, you can just list that home in a retail fashion like you normally would, because again, you're a real estate agent. That's what you do. And the third opportunity with these same sellers, mind you, and the biggest opportunity in my opinion, is that you yourself get to purchase that property. Remember, in most instances, you get access to these home sellers first and more often. So if somebody is looking to sell and they've already called you and you've done the listing presentation and it makes sense for you to buy, and the seller of course would need to agree, then you go ahead and buy it and start building up your real estate portfolio. So by you simply carrying your real estate license, you have more solutions available to the seller and have more ways for you to monetize your real estate license. In other words, access to homeowners matter, which once again, that's one huge benefit of you being a real estate agent. And the second huge benefit of being an agent is you get to purchase properties at a discount. Now, you with your real estate license, you get a discount on any type of real estate. You can buy a distressed home or a home that's just out for sale in a retail fashion, or a brand new home. Now, thankfully, I personally have been able to do this over and over again. Take this home that I'm sitting in right now. This home was a resale. You, simply for having your real estate license, you get to buy a home for at least a 3% discount, oftentimes more. Now, why is that? Well, because you as a real estate agent you get paid on the purchase of a home. You're able to get real estate commissions because you have your real estate license. For example, take a home that I bought in Crowley in 2020. That home was actually a new build, and the builder was D.R. Horton. And not only was I able to get a ton of closing costs, a very favorable interest rate, I was also paid 6% commission on that home. So I was able to roll up as much as the lender would actually allow me to roll up into the closing cost through my commission, but I was also able to, whatever I was getting paid, be able to use to fund that purchase. So with that particular transaction, I was only in the transaction for several $1,000s to purchase that asset. Now, if you're anything like me, when you hear something like that, you're probably thinking, okay, one, it can't be that easy, but two, you start thinking about the real estate brokerage and how much of a split I had to pay to a broker. Well, in my particular case, because I am with eXp Realty, I get access to 3 personal transactions per year where I don't have to pay the normal 80-20 split. So I get to purchase a brand new home and have no split taken from my commission. And I'm able to do that over and over and over again every single year. Now, that particular purchase was in 2020, but I'll give you a more recent example. In 2025, here recently, I bought another property. Now, with this more recent purchase, I actually had a 5% commission from the builder. Now, if I didn't have my real estate license, yes, I could still get some closing costs paid for. I could still get a more favorable interest rate, but I am out that 5% commission getting paid to me. But because I have my real estate license, I'm getting over $15,000 to help me purchase this home in the form of commissions. So that's what I mean by discounts. By you having your real estate license, you get the huge benefit of looking at any one of the properties that are for sale and you being able to purchase that property for far less. This has allowed me to fuel my real estate portfolio holdings a lot quicker because just simply by purchasing the property, I'm funding them. Now, make no mistake, you still have to pay some money out of pocket, but if we take that recent example that I just ended up closing, I was only out of pocket about $5,000 all in. So yes, for under $5,000, I was able to buy an asset that I now control that is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if I so wanted, I could actually rent out that property and have them pay my mortgage altogether. So if you've been thinking about getting your real estate license, now might be the perfect time for you because the benefits of you having your real estate license far outweigh the cost. That is, if you know how to leverage your real estate license correctly. And if you want to learn how to grow your real estate business much quicker, check out this video right here.